Pout comes in over, and guess what with the range? The movement speed, LP is dead. It's Death's Hand once again, but Pout should be dying for it. It's visible TP'd in a flash from Tarzan. The top laner comes down, invincible. Add to the fray as NIP Kitty. They've just started this early game off beautifully again.
A repeat of game one. Once again, Pout picking up 2 kills. I'm getting deja vu. Or 1 kill. He got an assist on the other kill, but I'm getting deja vu hysterics. Pout has been playing so well in these early game team fights where he is just able to toss out so much damage on this lane, where Xiaolongbao was realistically so low to even enter into the fight. Although the dragon has been secured, they are focusing down the flashless Leona.
However, LP still surviving with a double kill. This Virus, who started out shockingly, is now shocking right back to NIP.
LP is finally getting those angles where he's able to safely just toss out damage in these team fights. Really well played and set up from Tarzan. He was able to kick Photic into the enemy lines, and Photic just pretty much died instantly. And as a result, Scout was kind of traded off because he was just caught out from the Maokai ultimate from the initial engage. But yeah, I mean, with the main damage source of this Jhin dying straight away, the Swain is just not going to have that burst damage available because he is a Swain that just slowly trickles you down. Tarzan does get the insect onto the Jhin, gets the deal, seal deal, drove right.
Healed up, can join back in with the arrows there, he's got no numbers, but can anyone get to him? Pout's trying to get him, but he engaged there and Xiaolongbao flashing away. Numbers advantage should be coming through, but Zika is a Fiora through and through, and it's just over through the solo lanes. LNG fight back, and NIP are wiped off the board.
NIP plays that so messily where this Fiora picks up 3 kills as a result of this 4th dragon fight. And once again, Photic, he just doesn't have enough damage to kill the Varus, even though the Ash ultimate connected at the very end. This entire fight starts with LP getting caught in this middle lane, and he has to burn both summoners as a result of that. And I believe even more summoners were burned from the side of LNG for a mistake like this. And it just put LNG in such an awkward position where they weren't able to contest for this dragon. And Zika, my eyes and my hero coming into this next team fight. He plays it very, very slow, where Invincible is trying to get his hands onto the backline of LNG.
Will just be dropping down here and seeing people Invincible. But Zika could just end the game in a 5 versus 4. Will that even be enough as Invincible might die in it? Tarzan's also just helped kill out as Pout is dead first, and now with the Realm Warp in, it doesn't matter. A 5 versus 4 fight, and LNG are winning that too. We're going to a game 3, and LNG looking so much better than they debuted here in this series against Ninjas in Pajamas.
NIP just needs 1 win to stop their loss streak. They had such a prominent game 1, but they threw game 2 with just how these team fights were played. And Zika, in the very end, he came online on this to Fiora, and with the Baron, with the Hullbreaker, he was just able to just end the entire game on this pick. I really like how he didn't double down on this champion, because in the game 1, we didn't see him really show up with this blind Fiora pick, but game 2, he definitely showed us why he is very comfortable on this champion.
Now they're jumping forward. NIP, what was this? I mean, they may have, Kitty, just thrown away the whole game off of a mid-push right after Dragon, and they lost their top laner, but they still decided to go for it.
They were so overextended in a 4v5 sense. Like you said, Invincible just gave over a free kill once the dragon has been taken away. A bit of a weird force from the top lane of NIP, but that is an overall win for this team. I don't know why he was so far up in this lane, where obviously the Shurima Shuffle wasn't able to cancel fast enough, and Pout did get focused down by the enemy team. But I mean, it was Photic that got focused down. A lot of bad things that
killed Scout. I was wondering how he died. Oh, yeah, no, we got to pause for that. Okay. What killed me?
What killed me?
We'll find out who it was. But at the end of the day, as you said, NIP still moved to Soul Point. NIP still running to Soul next. And hang on.
I'm looking
What's
for,
the camera
I'm
taking
for a
pictures
board.
of? I'm getting flashbanged. It's just for the camera. It's when the camera turns around, and we just literally flashbang the audience back home. Okay, interesting stuff. At the very least, I wonder how those photos turned out.
Yeah, I hope she takes a cute photo of the stage. That is a very nice camera. But, you know,
taking care of business. He's already picked up a double, but this Ezreal is looking for more. The Arcane chips in and even gets the Baron. Botic in charge and NIP holding strong in our final game of the series.
you can't stop Baron when you're up against a Malphite, Ashe, and Azir. You're just going to get consistently pushed off and get poked from the amount of damage that they have in this current game, where the Ezreal has picked up his Navori now for his third item, and even with the Demonic Embrace and Leandrius from the Malphite, it's just unrealistic to really force and commit to the Baron without turning. Specifically for Zika, that entire fight, he wasn't Mega Gnar, he was Mini Gnar, and he ended up dying to Botic because he is just so strong in these team fights and playing with the space.
As he flashes away the poke there, Botic Arcane Chip, you dangerous
Scout
man. He's going to die for it as well. And yes, Scout's flank is absolutely huge. Their AD is also down, so it's winnable here, but Pout needs to be taken care of as this Azir is doing so much with Invincible. A three-man knock-up on the back end. Look at Pout go in Pout versus Scout. I know that Scout's going to be having a drought, but is he out? The biggest question is whether he has any doubt. At this point, NIP, there's none for them because Kitty, they are going through the crowd.
We have Lil Hysterics joining us in the cast today, absolute rapper and spitting out bars for this game 3. But like he said, Pout comes out on top by just having the amount of space he is able to create with this Azir, and LNG trying for their dear life, just executing the backline of NIP. Although Botic goes down, but I just think Azir with his Void Staff available at this 32-minute mark, he is going to be untouchable for the Zac and
Tarzan, but LNG might not be escaping with their lives as LP has to run for the hills while jumping in, Zika to death. Tarzan now still the same wrath and flushed away from LP. He's trying on Invincible. He takes down the sign and that might keep the game going on, but LNG playing yakety sax with the purple worm.
Scout was just trying to get
Oh
no, the arrow Scout's dead.
Dwa is just appealing as a support, as the duo queue partner, whatever. Get your applications in. 1, 1, and 12, almost 100% kill percentage again.
So I'm sure you'll have a chance, don't worry.
Well, I played, maybe I didn't play support anymore. At the very least, Kitty, NIP with this. Look at the death timers. Can they end?
They can most definitely end, especially with the Baron and only Leona alive on the side of LNG. With the Malphite ult getting to mid-queue, they want to look in and they want to look for their first win.
Hang on. Well, look, their second one on the board is Botic, the only one left alive. Maybe it was over-ambitious because they are now all dead apart from Botic.
They just had to kill LP and the game was over, but no. They played it too fast and LP ended up cleaning up everyone on the side of NIP. This drag is going to go towards the side of LNG as well. That means no Elder just quite yet. But tough situation to be the side of LNG. Look at the map state. You have no outer turrets anymore. But yeah, this Baron is really weird because we see Scout, one of the main DPS, kind of splitting off to the side and then gets to 1 HP. And this Baron isn't getting finished. And you can just play for the 50-50 flip with the Zac Spy available. Scout ults away and he teases back into play. And he still died at the very end because Atoll comes back up on a 30-second CD. And of course Zika falls down there. I don't think Zika has been playing too well in these team fights, especially even as the Mega Gnar banner for the next series, because this is going to be the reason why NIP is going to pick up their first series win out of 5. And up against LNG as well, who hasn't been defeated just quite yet.
Kitty, it's taking a win off of LNG. It's, of course, the second series for NIP to pull up as well. But you talked about the loss streak. It ends that right here and now from NIP. It is, they run into the base trying to end it in a 4 versus 5. The pokes coming through, but they need powder to mechanical arrow hits again. These are getting easier, but at the very least, Dwar is still not faltering. Mid-wave pushing in as well. Bottom wave catching up. Top is a super minion wave that will be crashing in 2 waves time. And now NIP putting the focus on Mega Gnar, but it's only on the Botic, but he's got the cleanse. The rest of the team aren't there. Zika, I can see the intentions with the GA, but might not be worth it as Tarzan jumps in the back line. Now looking for Botic, he flashes on with the left bounce, flubber, dub, but that ain't Rick, and that ain't Morty. Scout flashing into melee range, but you know what? It's gonna come down to this. Yep, he's dead, and yes, LNG is dead here too. All I was waiting for is Scout's Hail Mary, and it didn't come through with Botic pacing it out so well. and LNG finally taking blood.
Photic is the slipperiest ADC known to mankind as he escapes Tarzan and Scout consistently trying to kill him in that last team fight. But of course, NIP's loss streak finally ends here with Photic and Joe stepping up in this entire series up against LNG. Congratulations, NIP. I knew you guys could do it against a super team.
LNG, as Arnold Schwarzenegger said, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And NIP took those words to heart. A 2-1 over LNG is monumental for the standings. Not only just for NIP's sake, as you said, ending that curse, pushing themselves up to 2 series wins, but for LNG now 4-1. Other teams by their sides, like the IGs, the JDGs, looking at them as a little bit more approachable, and it really spices things up as we get closer and closer to the halfway point of the LPL 2023 spring.
No way! Angel's down! The line of defense! It's not there! WE! No freaking way! They just used and duped RNG! And they take game number 1! Holy crap!
What just happened, Mister?
What? Dude, RNG are still sitting there like the game is still going, right, guys? Right? We're still playing for the game, right?
I think RNG are as confused as we are. We got so sucked in, and I feel like they did as well, to the fact that they were trying to chase down the Gnar on the bottom side. They just kind of forgot their base. They've just been
And that happened like 3 times in a row.
They've just been C9'd.
Oh my
God.
God.
I don't even know how to react to that. Like, for W, all right, sure, if we try and bring it down a little bit, they've been playing the side lane all game long, right? And I think they just had a good read. We don't 5v5 RNG. They will win with this composition. Just play sides, and they kind of just give us a bit of a, you know, a G2 2019 special. Just send your solo laners to the side lane as a duo. Just make it work. And
he gets 1 kill, Wayne's up with it from the Kittens. We're back around the carousel, turning around again. Hung over the wall. Hope is not in range to do damage. Hung goes down. RNG! They assert dominance.
I guess. I mean, it was quite strange as the ace in the hole just going to poke Hope in the backside. Who really won that fight? RNG, WE,
the
or
audience.
the viewers? I think the audience did. As they're going to just move over to the Baron. That was such an awkward back.
I felt like a chameleon. I had evolved chameleon eyes in that game. In that fight. It is the Baron. Angel, they're into the thick of it now, but Angel, he ain't got no thickness left, and Pew Pew takes them out. RNG are wiped. The Elder Dragon in the eyes of WE, and we got a hell of a game on our hands.
Oh my God. The Elder's up on the map, but WE, they had to reset. They didn't have the health bars to work with. For now, teleport comes in from Shanks, and they're just going to get this one going. There's no jungler on the map. The issue is, realistically, I think the burst damage and the Kai ability should go over to WE at the moment. Shanks is working with full HP. It's actually Bubu that's about half. So they're going to have to be a little bit careful, but they've got the numbers advantage, Mazel. I think they should be okay. They should be fine. There's the Ash Arrow.
Breathe is going in. If they steal this, it's an incredible miracle, but they get pushed back. They get dragged down to the depths. And even Gala isn't enough. Is he? Ace in the hole, dodged out. He's coming back with a vengeance here. Gala has the highlight reel in his eyes, and he pushes WE off of the Elder Dragon.
Oh, the Dragon also reset. It gained like 4, 5, 6,000 HP. And now it's RNG on the Dragon. Oh, it's a disaster, Mazel. It's a disaster. All right,
here comes Hung.
Wait, what? No. But you just... Oh, okay. I thought it was Shanks. It's kind of worse. Bubu losing his HP is still going to feel bad. He'll lose it anyway from the all-out, so hopefully he finds some good value there.
Arrow is up.
Yeah, Reeve, 10 seconds on teleport. Here's the arrow. On way.
You got Shanks coming in from behind. They've taken out. They've got shurikens. A double kill for Fofo. And that is just another Rift Herald. The EDG in complete control of this game too.
What have PLG just done, man? They've just chained it in one after the other. I mean, all right, cool. Shun's getting picked off. All right, let him die. Oh, give on life for it. That's fine. Then Shun unfortunately misses the dash over the wall, so you'll see it all unfold. It's just a complete... It's a farce, and I'm not sure why it goes on the way it does. You see, Fofo just commits because why couldn't he? He's got the rest of his team coming back up. But at this point, just leave on to die, right? There's no reason to do anything else.